Hi, it's Lone Puppy here again, and in this video I'm going to show you a few variations and expose some of the componentry and sort of give a rough comparison to benches USD Type 1. Now, we've already been through the look of this, but I haven't explained any of the logic. To be honest, it will take a little while, and I don't really feel like doing it. But what I will do is I have some variations prepared. So over here we have benches USD Type 1. And as you can see, it's very tidy, very compact. And he's dressed it up really nicely. The only bugbear, or the only issue that I have is the rail configuration. Everything else I don't really have a problem with. But then there are so many ways you can do these. If we move over to mine, so you can see the opening is a lot different, and I like this design. It's just what I like about it. Now what I've done is I've enclosed all the logic just so that you can get an idea of what you could do. Now mine looks a little bit bigger than benches, but that's because I've placed all the logic down one side, and I've used the principle of pushing it back into the structure wherever, because it would either likely be down the side or it would be under flooring or something. And I tend to build I tend to build really small vessels that are so compact that all the logic just gets all crammed in there and is all exposed. I'm working on a larger vessel that I was inspired to build after playing with the Shangri-La, which is the derelict Delta station that looks like a spaceship. It's a really excellent design by Crimson Artist, and I just love that ship. It's just awesome. And so I've been just playing around, modding it, doing things. I'm going to place one of these in it as the docking portals. I already have placements for them. And yeah, I might actually show it if I can, if I have enough time. Now, over here, I have stripped the outsides of all of the USDs. Now here you have benches, very, very compact. It's amazing he can fit all that stuff into such a tight little space, but I do understand why he has these configurations, because he's trying to make the best of the space and get the best out of the appearance, and that's why he's positioned them around the way he has. But for me, the lighting just doesn't work for me. I want the freedom to be able to put the lighting where I want, and I want the freedom to be able to make these all nice block wall style things. And see, he's placed all his buttons on the left, so he could have basically done what I did and keep all the logic over here. It would give him more flexibility on what he could do in here. If you have a look at mine, see these, oh yeah, so there wasn't any logic there. So this is it. That's all the logic there is. So this, actually, let's go inside. So here's that little flange thing. I left that intact because there is no logic on this side, so that just gives you an example. If I were to put the sliding doors in, the rail doors, the rails and everything, and the logic functions for them would all go on this side. Now, if we start from the rail basic, so that switch, all that does trying to remember now. Oh yeah, maybe I should start with the locks. The locks are actually switches that are tied to knots, and then the knot is what actually works all the functions. So we have an AND block there, and that AND block will be tied to the it's tied to that knot, and that knot is tied to the door. Now this knot is also, so that's the door lock. This knot is tied to the lights. So that turns, when the door is closed, no, when the door is unlocked, the white lights come on and the green lights come on. But when the door is open, locked, have I just tied it to the switch? Oh yeah, when the door is locked, and that's just when the button's turned on, the red lights come on. So yeah, it removes the need for other AND and knots and flip-flops, and there's no need for a flip-flop at all. It's just pretty simple, and the same principle applies to the rail, except I've added in the door closure, so it closes the door, or opens and closes the door. And this, oh yeah, this one here, if the lock is enabled, yeah, the lock is enabled and a ship is docked, it will send that pulse, which, oh, it's actually, that's tied to the rail basic. So the ship will be repelled, and that would of course turn off. Now if that is still on and they dock, it triggers the circuit again and repels them. So that's pretty much it. There's not a lot to it. Yeah. Yeah, this one's a lot more complicated. It has all the exact same functions from this point back, except I've added these two buttons to control this door, and there is also a connection between this button, I think, and the other door. No, it's not that. It's I think it's the and. Oh. No. Oh god. I forgot where it is. Oh. Yeah. I can't remember how I set it up, but that door is connected to this one, and it's connected in the reverse manner, and I think that's what this is for. No, it's this one. Yeah, so if that one sends an enter here, and that then triggers the door to close. Yeah. So there you have it. And that's the logic explodes. And I don't need extra lights or anything for the external because the lights protrude through from inside and out. It saves on blocks. And if you don't want this lighting visible, just cover it up. Yeah, you can't really cover that one. Well, I suppose you could. Depends on how flush or whether anything hangs over the portal. But in general you don't. Here's the simple design that I used in the early days for just docking to stations. This is just a simple structure that I made as an anchor. So it's actually a station. And then I created docking modules that can just dock to this anywhere. Actually, I should have some here. Yeah, so if I just get that one. Where is it? Over there. So yeah, I pretty much just anchor everything to I'm just going to teleport it over because I can't be bothered going over there to get it. There we go. Whoops. So this thing here is just something I put together so that I can dock all my ships to it, and it gives them an anchoring spot to leave them at. And the reason why I did that is because my builds were just getting so messy. I had stuff all over the place. Whoops. See, I just not dock it with there. And there we have it. And you can just build these things further out as far as you want. Just keep going. And that's pretty much what I do, especially with the big monster ships. I've got these things going for miles out there. What I'll do is I'll just take one of these. Oops. Give it a quick modification. Oh, actually, what I need is the one. Why is it so difficult to see? Right. So that's at the rear. So what I will do is where is it? I'll put this. Oh, it's over there. Right. So let's dock it to there. now it's docked. I can demonstrate the ship docking functions. So all I need now is a ship. What have I got in this? Oh yeah, here's an example of how you can mod using my USD design. Now this is the oops, tutorial. Oh no, what have I done? Okay. I've been moving something around. Clearly not the ship. Right. So what I've done here is I've added docking to the side, and I've converted the pods as well. So rather than docking at the ends like they originally did, which I couldn't really understand, I have them docking from the side. And if we go through here, oh, this is a really old design. See, I have docking portals, and I've created a corridor in the center of the ship, so you can walk back and forth. This is engineering. This is a really old, rough engineering design. Not sure what we're going to find up here. Oh yeah, this is still really rough. I've created my doorway here, and does this ship I've added quarters, captain's quarters. Pirates detected in your area. Be on guard as they appear to be focusing on cargo raids lately. Trade guild. Oh yeah, I've begun building another room here. I have a more complete version of this ship, but as you can see, it's built with docking. So what I could do now, oh sweet, that's quite handy. I could align my docking. Oh, something I forgot to point out, one of the differences in my design is I have the camera hidden, so the camera is discrete. Oops. Okay, let's just dock the thing. Boom. And it looks like I've docked it back to front. Docked it from the other side. This side. What have I docked? Ah, there it is. So, now the ship is docked. We can waltz our way in. Oh look, I can't get in. Why is that? Ah, maybe it's because this door is open. There we go, now we can go in and out. Now, what if I don't want people to dock anymore? let's lock the docking port down. Boom. Goodbye, spaceship. While we're at it, let's lock the door. Access denied. Still go in and out here. It's the airlock. But everything else is locked. It's all locked down. And there you have it. Now what I could do is, I wonder if that ship's got a transporter on it. What's going on? Oh, okay. If it does, it's not set to public. Let's do this the hard way. So, we'll go back over to the ship. Right. Now, I don't remember which. Oh, there it is. Right, so now we're back on this side, and I will try docking. Boom. Denied. Because the red light is on. You can't dock here. Sorry, go somewhere else. So there you have it. There's can try docking in 1 second. Boom. Sorry, buddy, not today. So that's a demonstration of docking working. God, I'm gonna have to sort that out. Right, now there are a couple of other things that I thought I would demonstrate. Here are the variations that I was referring to before. Now I have made the opening the same as benches. So it's yeah, but what I can do with this is I can get rid of these. And have it completely open. And that would work well with my docking modules down there. Same functions. And there you have it. Simple, nice open corridor. And let's just get rid of all of those wedges. Whoops. Oh, these new keybinds are a struggle to remember. Whoops. And there you go. A nice square corridor. The door doesn't look that pretty, but you could put the wedges back there if you wanted, so that just the door has it. And we have the locks. There you go. So everything's locked. Now, another variation you could do is, like I mentioned before, you could take this permission block away. And replace it with something to make it look pretty. You don't even have to use hazard blocks either. Have any kind of block you want. So there you have it. A few examples and variations. Thank you for watching.